Hello, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com here for our second match of our league with Lukka Surprise, again on the draw, unfortunately. Seems like our luck in that regard is continued, our bad luck that is, from our Jund Hate League where I think we were on the play only twice. Well, we have, they mulligan to 6, okay, so we have our Emrakul in hand, which is never good, but we do have a way to discard it. We have a turn 1 Ragavan, followed by a turn 2 Ragavan if they find an answer. If they don't, we have our turn 2 Fable, discard the Emrakul. I mean, we keep. We'll see. We have the way to discard. Hopefully this doesn't get countered. See what we're up against. Maybe this is a kind of hand when we're blind that we go ahead and ship back, but... Okay, if I had to guess, this would be Living End from an untapped breeding pool. Another Fable. Okay. Maybe it's the new Is It teamer. No, Living End it is. Okay, are we fast enough to beat the Living End? Probably not with this start. Do we have Graveyard Hate in our sideboard? I am not sure. I guess we're gonna find out. I don't think so. When I say I'm not sure, it's because I'm pretty sure we don't. Alright, well, let's see if we can get a hit in here. Get out our turn 2 Fable just so we can discard that Emrakul next turn. The Oliphant. Okay, well, we're okay, so we have to discard. So there is some. Is there a reason for us to not crack this treasure? Probably not. Hopefully they don't counter this. But I guess if they do, we have a second Fable. Yep, more cycling. Opponents just goldfishing over there. They don't care what we're doing. We don't really care what they're doing anymore. It's just a race to see who can get do their thing first. So they're up. I mean, they're on the play. They're going to have their first crack at getting Living In next turn. Meanwhile, yep, they're going to get a bunch of things back. We're going to lose our board. That sets us back. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I mean, I'm debating whether or not we even keep playing. So 6, 4 is 10, 14, 16. So let's say, see what we draw. So let's say, so we pitch the Emrakul, play a land, play the Ragavan, play an Oath, find the Lukka, all this turn, right? Next turn they swing in, we go to 4, we untap, play the Lukka, get an Emrakul, and still die. And I don't really want them to know what we're up to, so we're just going to go ahead and scoop it up. Now this may be just a match we are dead to rights in because we don't play Graveyard Hate. But what do we have in our sideboard? Nothing that will help us with graveyard strategies. So this might be a slight oversight. Just a slight oversight. Or it could just be that we're going to have to hope to dodge Living End or be faster than Living End. Blood Moon, I mean, it's not the best. A turn 2 Blood Moon might slow them down. They might bring in counter spells. I don't think they have any idea what they're up against. So go down to Fable. We could just go all in on the Veil of Summer plan and assume that it will help us stick our threats or draw us into what we need because they'll be casting blue spells. Although they really don't cast them, they just, except for the one, and if they're already casting the Cascade spell, Shardless Agent, we're probably dead. We don't want them to counter. I think we'll bring in the Veil of Summers if we get to game 3. Lightning Bolt. It could be relevant. All right, well, I think we might just be in trouble in this matchup, especially when we are on the draw game. Okay, so we have not enough of our combo. No way to dig for it, not the Lukka. We do have the haste and the creatures, so I think we're going to just have to keep hoping for a better one. There's our Blood Moon. It is only a turn 2 Blood Moon if we get through with the Ragavan. So we'll keep. Put a Stomping Ground on the bottom. I just don't want to go to 5. We have a way of digging. Since we have a little bit of our hate, what little sideboard hate we have to help hopefully slow them down. That's why I'm keeping this hand and not trying to find more pieces. Okay, are they going to play a subtlety? Do we want to draw the Ragavan? I mean, I think we do. Dash it in next turn. Man, that does hurt us. There goes our turn. 2 Blood Moon. Sigh, sad face. We might still get it down in time. We'll see. Because subtlety is a good answer for Embercold as well, so we need to keep that in mind. Yes, please play those non-basics and no fetches. There's our Ragavan. At this point, we probably don't really care about the dash. So it won't get us any faster to our Blood Moon, so we'll cast it normally, see what they do. Run out this Oath of Nissa, digging for, hopefully, Lukka. That's our best, but if not, a Ignoble Hierarch or something along those lines. Not another Ragavan. Do we just take the land then? I mean, we do need another creature. I think we're just going to take the land and be sad about it. Make sure we make our land drops in case we don't have any mana dorks. We'll get a treasure next turn. Yep. Oh, Dismember. Okay. There's a fetch. That's unfortunate. Maybe they'll crack it. Probably not. Yeah, they counter our... Oh, another Ragavan. I mean, it's hard to complain about that, to be fair, but... Alright, so let's say this looks like counter magic to me. Very... And we could just dash in the Ragavan this turn. If they're going to untap, maybe go for a Living End. Get back 2 creatures. I mean, oh gosh. Or they counter the Blood Moon and do that anyway. Whatever. We kept the hand for Blood Moon. Let's run it out and see what happens. I imagine they have a counter spell. They probably, not knowing what we're doing, probably just brought in counter magic. Yep. Let's have 6 do this. There's their basic island. Yeah, alright. Now they're going to go get a forest. So they have all their... I guess Blood Moon is not that good against Living End after all. And they just filled their graveyard with a whole bunch of big fatties, so they're just steamrolling us this game. There's our Lukka. I wonder if they have what they think we're doing over here. All they've seen are Mana Dorks and Ragavans. Maybe they don't have their Cascade spell. This is definitely the matchup we want haste, though, because of subtle things like subtlety. Five cards in the hand, and Living End doesn't have a Cascade spell. Feels unlikely. Yeah, and like the Forest Cycling. Oh, maybe. To get the Forest. Yeah. They don't care about Blood Moon too much. But you know what? When you don't play any Graveyard 8, that's about all we could have done to jank him out, other than maybe Veil of Summer, and that doesn't really jank anybody out. It just helps protect us. But we'll see. Maybe they don't have their Shardless Agent. Grief. Well, now the jig is up. Nothing I can do about that. Take my Lukka, unfortunately. We're still in the way. Alright, they're down to 2 cards, though. So there is a chance. There is a world in which we draw the right sequence of things and get there. I mean, they could just draw nothing, no way to get Living End, and then we just beat them down with Ragavan beats. Like, that is a possibility. Not another Stomping Ground. Man. Hopefully they're getting just as unlucky as we are. I mean, they have a graveyard full of action. Force of Negation. That would have been nice for them. They must have counter magic, though. Oh my gosh, 3 lands off the top. At this point, yeah, they have something. Subtlety would be, I would just be flashing it and blocking, obviously. Alright. What do I do? Creatures you control get +1/+0. Yeah, we'll cast that. Maybe we'll cascade into one of our hasty spells. Well, I just sped up the clock a little bit. Now we're on a 2-turn clock, baby. Watch out now. Would have been really nice to hit our haste there in anticipation of hitting a Lukka and not a land. Yep. Will they find their Cascade spell? Will they? What a game. The Ragavan beats. Wow. Okay. Well, there is that. We could also just do that. So now they did find their Cascade. Boo and hiss. Boo and hiss. We're going to get a Ragavan back. I don't think there's anything we can do for... And they're going to get a food token. Is there anything we want to kill? 5, so we're going to hit 9. Oh, what am I doing here? Oh man, I clicked on the Oliphant for some reason. I don't think it matters. I mean, I'm just doing the math and I accidentally clicked on it. We could have lightning bolted that, but 4, 9, 15, 21, 24, we're still dead, and then they're going to put the Ragavan on top. So well, just telling my opponent to check out cyclesgaming.com for the video, and also letting him know what I was doing if he couldn't figure it out yet. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be dead no matter what. But anyway, well, that was a brutal beatdown. No graveyard hate in the sideboard. We might want to rethink that. At least finding a little bit of room to have a chance. Living in has gotten pretty popular. I played it once last match, playing it again this match. So yeah, it looks like it's probably something we want to make some room in our graveyard for, especially if we're not seeing Tron as much. We can take out the Blood Moons. We also beat Tron without Blood Moon. So it's possible we just don't need the Blood Moon. But then again, you can't have a hate against every single deck and archetype out there. So sometimes you're just dead to what your opponent's doing. And this was one of those matches. Anyway, GG's, and thanks for watching. This is Johnny Cycles with cyclesgaming.com, and I'll see you in the next video.